Hey goobers.
I'm Melody Rose, and I'm a hillbilly cheapskate.
We all like saving money, right? We can agree that we don't want to waste money on dumb things like not sharing bathwater, using refrigerators, or even going to a dentist, because that stuff's just crazy. Glad we're on the same page.
Hillbilly cheapskate.
By now, you've probably heard about a show called Extreme Cheapskates, which is a show about taking frugality to the extreme. And it's home to TV classics such as Katie Dumpster Dives for Food, Vickie serves a roadkill for dinner, Roy orders 14 samples of ice cream. But today we're looking at another classic example of extreme cheapskates, the self-proclaimed hillbilly cheapskate. I mean, how bad can it be?
Hey Mom, what are we eating? Boys shot a couple squirrels earlier, so squirrel dumplings?
Oh. So this episode starts off how any normal show should start. It shows us a shot of where they live, a cute little dog, and one of the kids taking a bath. Wait, what? So this is where we're introduced to Melody and her family and whatever that bathwater is.
Goodness, looks like you had a good time.
Aw, look at you having fun in the bathtub.
My family and I are so cheap that we all share one tub of water a day.
Yep, you heard that right. One tub. And for those of you who think that's a little weird or maybe even a little gross, Melody wants to reassure you that it's not.
We don't have cooties. We're never that dirty. It just makes sense to use the same water.
So she says they don't have cooties because they don't get that dirty, but then what was that bath water? Looks a little dirty to me. And I found some comments that I think really sum this up. We don't have cooties. We're never that dirty. Then explain why the bath water looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate river. I mean, that's true, but ew. I don't want to know what kind of monster from Amphibia lives in that Cater 5 water. More like sewer water. And you were probably thinking, how can they all share one tub of water a day? Don't worry, you can rest easy knowing that Melody has a system in place for that.
And the whole family takes a bath. My husband will take a bath, then I do, then Bub, then Ronnie, and it saves us a lot of money.
Yep. There's a bath hierarchy. Imagine being the last kid to take a bath in that, which actually, now that I think about it, I think the first person they showed taking a bath was the last one, and ironically, he looks the happiest. Like he was just having a grand old time in that bath. So I mean, the kids are probably enjoying it. I mean, he looked happy in the bath, right?
Sometimes I actually do want to take my own shower here and there. Can't really do much because my parents like to save water.
That's so sad. He's not even asking for a lot. He's just like, I just sometimes want to take a shower. All I'm asking for is once in a blue moon. But actually, Melody shared what's going on in her brain, and low-key, it kind of makes sense.
Think about how much water a bathtub uses. I bet there's probably, what, 20, 25 gallons? 4 of us, that's 100 gallons a day. I mean, think about it. How stupid is that?
Is it just me, or does that like weirdly make sense? I'm not quite to the point where I want to take a bath in whatever that is, but I'm just saying, I don't know where I could be in a few months. So needless to say, Melody has her whole family's shared bathtub routine in order, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. And it even takes them 6 months to use a bottle of shampoo. But now we get to the exciting part of the bathroom.
She's found a way to save on almost all of their household supplies.
She probably buys like 1-ply toilet paper, right? Or maybe even like half-ply.
I don't buy toilet paper.
So yes, Melody doesn't buy toilet paper, but she does have a nifty little system in place.
I use newspapers that we get free in town.
She gets her newspaper toilet paper in town for free, and they're only allowed to use 1 sheet of it because that's more than enough.
You don't need more than that.
Obviously. And you're probably wondering what they do with it when they're done.
You crumple it up, you use it, and then you put it, when you get done, into this bag.
They have a doo-doo bag. It makes me feel gross even just seeing that, but maybe that's just me. But I mean, they probably throw it away in like an airtight garbage bag, so it's fine.
And when this bag's full, we take it out and burn it.
And along the way, you probably, like me, had the thought of like, why doesn't somebody just buy her toilet paper? Or maybe the producers of the show got her toilet paper as a gift after this. Well,
I've had people say, here, let me buy you a roll of toilet paper. It's not that I can't buy a roll of toilet paper. I don't need to, we don't need it.
we don't need toilet paper. We like newspaper. And if you didn't think that free newspaper toilet paper method was absolutely genius, then this next part is gonna blow you away.
I've insulated this window with newspapers.
Toilet paper newspaper window.
Keeps the light out, helps with heating and cooling.
Awesome. But honestly, Melody's kind of giving us a masterclass on how to save money. In fact, I'm using newspaper toilet paper.
And saves me if I'm on the toilet and I need something, all I gotta do is lift this window and there's me some more toilet paper.
Yep, I never run out of toilet paper because I stuff it all in the window for emergencies, like a normal person.
We try to keep our electric bill as low as possible by making sure the lights are not being used.
And now we get a little insight into their electricity situation, which you can probably guess is pretty epic.
We do have electricity. See, it's on.
Melody, you better turn that light off right now. We do not waste electricity in this house.
That's it.
Whew, crisis averted.
We have electricity in this house. I don't use it. I use a lantern.
They use lanterns as light in their house, which you probably noticed in the bathroom too, because they were bathing with lanterns, which I guess makes sense if you were in the middle of a storm, but no, they're in the middle of a beautiful sunny day.
There's some people in our family, like my daughter, my mother-in-law, who thinks our cheapskate ways are a little out there.
Some people think we're a little bit out there, but I like to think we're a little bit in there. This whole no electricity thing also means they don't have a washing machine to wash their clothes, which means they do it the good old-fashioned way. So they go ahead and fill up the rusty metal bucket, pour in the Mountain Dew, and get to work.
He's better than a ringer washer. He has the muscles and the strength to do it, and he always does it with a smile on his face, no matter what I ask him to do.
I really like this part because she says that her son always does it with a smile on his face, but they visibly show shots of him wanting to die on the inside. Yep, my son loves washing clothes.
Help me.
So this next part's really interesting because this is where they show us how they refrigerate their food, and it's on brand. Backyard refrigerator. He starts pulling the food out of the refrigerator, and even thinking about the abuse that food has went through makes me feel kind of gross on the inside, but maybe it's just me.
This here is some home butchered pig. Apple pie moonshine.
But at least they have apple pie moonshine, which is probably just their bathwater. So now they mention how at first they weren't this extreme, and then they show us a family picture of them from a while ago. They look like just a normal, happy family. And then Melody started saving money. She talks about how at first they considered it a game to save money.
After a while, it just became a challenge and say, hey, let's see how much we can save this week. And we just kind of made it a game,
And then it kind of all just spiraled from there.
and it just barrel rolled from there.
And then she does something that I don't know why any sane human would ever do.
The most extreme thing I ever did to save on medical costs or any kind of costs like that is I removed my own teeth.
Yep, she knocks her own teeth out.
If I have a cavity, I just take a little chisel and a hammer, and I sit there and chip it and chip it and chip it until I can knock it out.
Probably because she doesn't buy toothpaste, because she's thrifty.
Every once in a while, I've been known to take it and whack it really hard. You get knocked out for a minute, you come to and you finish.
Yeah, every once in a while I knock myself out, but you just gotta pick yourself back up and get the job done. Also, I don't know why the editors included this in, but they just left a weird amount of space after her saying that. Yep, I knocked my teeth out. They introduce us to her whole lifestyle. They talk about her bathroom and her electricity and how she washes clothes. But now comes the big climax of the story, I guess.
Thanks to all of her cost-saving measures, Melody and her family get by on just $1,000 a month. But her expenses are about to double with a visit from her daughter, son-in-law, and their 3 kids.
So how's Melody gonna solve this situation? Well, let's find out.
We have a 72-foot trailer, and I would say half of it is closed off.
She has a 72-foot trailer, half of it's closed off, plenty of room for her daughter and her family. Not a big deal.
We all share a bedroom. We only utilize this one. The rest of the house we blocked off to save on heating and cooling.
And so now we figure out that Melody and her family all shares a bedroom because of course they want to save money, so they're not gonna like buy extra beds or have any comfort at all.
There's 4 of us sleeping here on this king-size bed. Wintertime it saves a lot on heating bills because we have the body heat, but we don't mind cuddling. We're just that kind of family.
My family doesn't mind this because we like to cuddle. I mean, I didn't ask them that, I just assumed they like to cuddle.
I do have 2 other bedrooms,
Cool, 2 other bedrooms, problem solved. That's where the family will sleep.
but I am not willing to use that part of my house.
Oh, okay, never mind. Bedrooms are off limits. Gotcha.
My daughter called, and she's coming to stay for 2 weeks.
That's 5 more people using our electricity, 5 more people using our water, 5 more mouths to feed.
So what are they gonna do, you may be wondering? And why doesn't the daughter just get a hotel or even an Airbnb? All great questions, never answered.
I'm setting up this tent for me and my family to sleep in.
They're sleeping in a tent in the backyard. That's what I call thrifty.
My daughter's lifestyle is very different from ours. Once she moved away, she moved off to a city, and she's wasteful.
She's one of them city folk now. Ugh.
We use cold water, but my daughter has to have hot water.
My daughter has to have hot water. What a loser.
We're gonna have to figure a way to heat it, and I'm not gonna let us turn on the hot water heater.
How are they gonna do it?
We gotta find that old horse trough.
Okay.
Brandy is not gonna take a bath in our bath water. And you know
Why?
her.
Why did he ask why? Seems like that should be really obvious. Why doesn't our daughter want to bathe in the water after 6 other people have bathed in it? Doesn't make sense. And Melody just looks so done with him. They ended up finding the horse trough, and it's a big rusty bucket with a hole in the bottom of it.
Probably line this with plastic.
So they boil some water for her daughter so they can put it in the horse trough because her daughter is so high maintenance. Ugh.
Hillbilly Cheapskate.
And now her daughter shows up.
Look who's coming. Yeah.
Grandbaby's here, grandbaby's here.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey!
Hey, guys.
Oh, he's precious. Grandma gets to hold him.
You're letting me hold the baby? I thought I was banned from that.
Me and my mom are nothing alike. I'm like a city girl. She is a country girl.
This comparison's so funny to me because they say city girl and country girl. Melody is not just a country girl. She's a country girl if that country has had like 10 wars and then a famine and then a zombie apocalypse. If she lived in that country, then she'd be a country girl by those standards. Melody starts showing them all around, showing them the house and stuff, and her daughter kind of looks disgusted the whole time. And then she introduces them to the bath.
I got a big surprise for you. I know how you love taking hot baths and stuff. We got you a nice hot bath outside for y'all to take. We've been boiling water.
She's so proud of this bath. Like, why? And her daughter is understandably a little bit hesitant of the outdoor bath.
She knew what she was getting in for when she said she's coming for 2 weeks.
That goes back to what I said earlier. Why didn't she just rent a hotel or an Airbnb or literally anything else? But hey, what do I know? So a couple hours passed and now they're getting ready for dinner. And what are they gonna have for dinner?
Boys tried a couple of squirrels earlier, so squirrel dumplings. Frog legs too. They got some frogs.
So her sons caught some squirrels and frogs, and that's their dinner. I am kind of impressed though, because squirrels are not easy to catch. So kudos, kids, for catching squirrels and then eating them. Melody and her family obviously have kind of a non-traditional way of living. And you know what else is non-traditional? These perfume commercials, because perfume commercials are weird. And you should watch this video because I take a look at some weird perfume commercials and I give my 2 cents on them. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.